Welcome to Too Long Didn't Read, where I sum up real estate in the news that you were too lazy to read. According to this article, a record 8.2% of US homes were valued over $1 million. To put this in perspective, only 4.8% of homes were valued over $1 million before the pandemic. The top 6 metros with the highest share of $1 million homes were actually all in California, led by San Francisco with 88.7% of homes being over $1 million. However, if you're looking for a steal, head to Elgin, Illinois. Just 0.1% of homes there are worth over $1 million, putting it in last place among the 100 most populous US cities. If you know anything about mortgage rates, mortgages are sensitive to political conflict, and recent events in Ukraine have introduced a little fear into the mortgage market. What happens when a little dose of fear is introduced? Well, mortgage rates go down. Expect this to lead to a little bolster in buyer demand, which had started to decrease as interest rates had begun to rise the last month or so. Finally, let's take a look at the February data. We get information about February and March, and we will get information about March and April. So let's examine what has already occurred. First up, let's look at the number of homes under contract. We continue to see property going under contract at a fast clip after the traditional bottoming out in December. Expect this number to continue to rise through at least the end of May. Next, let's take a look at months supply. But first, let's define it. Essentially, if no more homes were to hit the market, this is the number of months it would take for all existing housing stock to be absorbed by buyers. Simply put, we're at a 10-year low. There isn't a ton of product on the market. Finally, new listings. We are seeing homes come to the market, but not nearly enough to satisfy demand. If you're a seller, there has never been a better time to sell your home. But where will I go, you ask? Well, don't be surprised if we start seeing sellers introduce a home choice contingency, which says that they will only sell their home to you if they can find a suitable property for themselves to live in. Welcome to 2022. This was Too Long Didn't Read with me, Ben Lalez, where I wrap up real estate in the news. If there's any articles that you want me to decipher, drop them down below so you don't have to read them.